Hey everyone, Kim here. And today's video is going to be something a little bit different. We are going to be talking a little bit about, I'm pretty sure you all have heard the news, everyone's heard the news. There's been videos, Jeff has made a video explaining the reasons why, but as y'all know, or if you don't know, OCRP will be ending February 28th, 2026. I'm not really going to get into the reasons why in this video. Jeff gave his reasons, and you should definitely go out to Jeff Faviano's channel and check those reasons out if you're curious. But mainly I just kind of wanted to get this video out there and kind of let you guys, of my fans of my channel, kind of know what's going on instead of just silently moving on to other things. But yeah, OCRP is ending in 4 months from the start of this video. And phew, what a wild and fun ride it's been. So not many probably have known, but I joined OCRP back in August 2024, I believe. Not many people really know because I didn't start making videos and content like until months and months after that date. But yeah, I joined then. It was my first RP community. I'd never been in another roleplay community before. I barely even played GTA before. I think I did a couple online matches and stuff, but like I never played. So really OCRP was my start. And it's a really great community to have started out in. It's made me who I am today on YouTube. It's made me who I am in roleplay. Back in the day, I was very quiet. I was very much of a mouse when I first started playing. I remember the first day of OCRP. I first joined the server after my interview process and everything. And it was super nervous. I was super nervous. Actually almost didn't join OCRP, to be honest. My husband kind of pushed me into joining. He's like, just do it. Just apply. I'm like, I'm not gonna get in. I won't. I'm not getting in. It's like a 1 in like bajillion chance. And then I got a message, email one day saying I was accepted into OCRP. After I applied for it, when I saw it on Twitter. And then I was like, oh shit, well, I guess I've got the interview process, but once I get to the interview process, that's it. And then I went through the interview process. I wish I remembered who it was, but it was a very long time ago for me, 2 years or whatnot, but it was good. I talked a bit about my stuff, actually in the interview process, I said that, well, what kind of RP, it was like, the question was, what kind of RP would you do in OCRP? I was like, I would lick cars. Yep, I literally said that during the interview. I was like, I would go around, lick cars, tell them what their flavor color of their car, and if they've been a good owner to that car or not. That's literally what I said in the interview. And then I was accepted into OCRP. I was surprised. I was shocked. I didn't think I was going to be accepted in, but I am so glad I was. It was very fun. And then my very first day in server, that was a fun time. I didn't do any RP. I literally spawned in the city, had zero clue what I was doing, and was such a nervous wreck that I just walked around the city. That's literally what I did. That was Kim's first day in OCRP. She walked around the city in a random ped that she spawned in as. And then I kind of grew nervous a little bit more, and then I kind of, for a couple months, kind of just didn't really go back into server for a bit. I was busy with work and everything, and then I saw a mention in OCRP and was like, yeah, do your purge form. Pretty much, I almost got purged out of I filled the form out on the very, very last day. And And then after that, I was like, you know what? I really should start getting into this more. So I got into it. I spawned in the county next. And then it was like, I just walked around. I literally I think I finally got a car. I feel like finally did a car. I didn't know what I was doing. I knew nothing about V menu. I knew nothing about anything. And I don't know, I was a shy person, so I didn't ask for help. So I ended up just walking around. The very first person I met in OCRP was Jameson. I remember it vividly. I was sitting in the Sandy gas station, just standing there. I was Mary Newman, and I was, I think, trying to do cookie RP where there was weed baked in some cookies. Um, Very first RP. So I was standing there with my car, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just standing here. And then Jameson came by, and he needed a ride. He was running away from some cops. He needed a ride. I was like, you sure? I don't know what I'm doing. So he got in my car, and I drove him where he needed to go. And then I met Brian Couch Nugget during that time. And then it kind of went from there. I started being a little bit more confident in myself. I started RPing a bit more. But yeah, Jameson was the first person I've ever met in OCRP for RP, and I definitely thank him. I don't for introducing me, for getting me more comfortable with RP. And then I just started going around and everything, and then I think the next group RP I've done was I was Amy Gray. My orange-haired character, I was walking around again. People were at the 24/7, and Sandy, I didn't know what people were doing. I was like, you know what? I'll walk into the store. I'll be okay. It will be all right. And then I ran into Nua. He was doing Jeff Alloway. I think it was the Reen. He was doing Reen RP and stuff. He was asking all the girls to marry him or whatnot, and with I think a Reen Pop or something like that. And I was like, he asked me, and I was like, I'm still new to RP. I don't know what I'm doing. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wing this. I said yes, and then went from there. I got into their truck. We drove around, and then cops stopped us. Then I slapped a cop for during that time, and then I started to get more comfortable in RP. At that time, I think at that time there was like, yeah, it was definitely like Jeff Alloway, I think Wilmer, and Chuck Livingston during that time. And then I started to get more comfortable in RP. I was like, you know what? I think I can do this. I think I can roll with whatever's going on. That's what I'll do. I'll just roll. So with that, I made my third character, which was Penny. She's the character I said in the interview that I would do in OCRP. And you know what? I kept my word for it. I started to go and run around. I started to lick cars. I don't remember whose car I first licked. I don't remember. It was some random person. I told them I think their car tasted like something, and I just started to go. I think I remember I licked Boomsicle's car once and told him his car tasted good. And then I kind of went to Harmony and the Harmony boys, the Toe boys there. I went there and I started licking their cars, and they kind of accepted me in, and I RP'd over there a couple of times. And then I started like to really get into it. At this point though, I haven't done criminal really RP other than slapping that one cop. I was very hesitant for criminal RP. I didn't really want to do criminal RP at all. So this time I'm still doing passive RP. I'm still doing normal weird things. It was a weird time. Maybe one day we'll bring Penny back before the end of OCRP. And then I think after that I met Drew, Derailed Gaming. and I became Jamie, part of the news team. And then I started RPing with him. And he is actually the one that got me into streaming and video content. He was like, you should stream. You should. I think I mean, at that time, people were asking me for to stream in everyone's videos, everyone's streams and stuff. I was hesitant. I never wanted to be a YouTuber. I never wanted to stream. But Drew kind of helped me out. He set me up with it. And I was like, okay, this is cool. I like this. We started streaming. Those streams are not around anymore. You won't see them. They were during the time I didn't have the greatest of mics. I didn't have the greatest of stuff. I kind of privated those streams. I will never put those streams back to public. I probably will just delete those. Just because they were just a weird time. But yeah, and I started RPing with Drew. Drew, amazing guy. So we started RPing with him more, started getting more comfortable. And then I started doing kind of weaning my RP. I started to really start going. And I think next time my RP was about Mia, who was someone who had a self-driving car, a pink one, and I started doing that. So that was a little bit of criminal RP. Drew's actually the one who got me into criminal. He's like, it's fine, Kim. It's fine. Criminal RP is okay to do. I'm like, are you sure? So I started doing criminal RP at that point. I was still nervous, still hesitant. I still have the belief I will never fully ever truly get away from the police when I do criminal RP. I like being caught. It's fun being caught because you can tease the cops. But at that time, it was kind of, I was starting to run away from cops and vehicles and stuff. I'd drive crazily. And then eventually I'd crash or they'd get me. And that started my journey. I think who I really started doing a criminal RP next was I made Violet Evergreen. She actually, fun fact, if anyone has watched anime, her name is a play on Violet Evergarden, because that was like my favorite show at the time. So I made Violet Evergreen. Did I expect her to ever go where she did? No. No, I did not. But she was my first real dive into being a hard criminal. I stabbed a cop. I don't remember which cop I stabbed first. Maybe it was Matt, who is a absolute dear. Love him to death. Maybe it was Kyle. I don't think I stabbed Kyle. He was too sweet as a cop. I don't remember the first person. Maybe it was Couch. Might have been Couch. Could have been. But I started really going with her. I started to really dive into the criminal stuff. And it kind of went from there. And then, I wouldn't say 6 months, half a year into OCRP at this point, I'm doing RP and stuff. I think at this point I'm an LEO. I became an LEO one day, and I did training that Sif Ryan did, which he is amazing at the training. I was still a nervous wreck though, so I took every single note he said, because I didn't want to mess up. But he is an amazing dude as well. And then I kind of just started going for there. And then after that, I think at some point I met Paul during one of my LEO RPs and stuff, and it was great. He is a absolute sweetheart and an absolute doll. He actually got me more comfortable with LEO RP, but my first 10-12 was with Brian, Couch Nugget. Amazing guy as well. Awesome, love him to death. But he was the first person I 10-12 with. He actually got me to be the cop I am today, which is, a patient cop who kind of just lets the RP grow, lets everyone wean it, because that's how I am. And then I think want to say half a year comes from OCRP. I've been in there half a year now. I've grown comfortable. I've made lots of friends. And then I get a message from Jeff. Amazing guy as well. Absolutely love him to death. But I get a message from him. He tells me, hey, how you doing? Would you like to be an admin of OCRP? And I was like, what? I was very surprised. I never thought I would ever be asked for something like that. I mean, I've always been in leadership roles at work and stuff. But he was like, yeah, you want to be an admin of OCRP. And I was like, sure. I don't know what I'm doing really still at the time. I'm like, you know what? For sure. You asked me. I'm a helpful person. I like to help. And so I became an admin with Bradley during that time. Bradley is an amazing guy as well. All the admins, amazing. Started to get to know each and every one of them. Jeff, Bugs, Ryan, Bradley. They were an amazing admin team with me. It was great. We had our lows and highs and lows and bit and highs and stuff like any other human beings do. But I don't regret ever saying yes to becoming an admin. Am I burnt out now a little bit from ever being an admin? Yes. Will I ever do admin work ever again in another community? Probably not. I loved every minute. Don't regret it, but you don't know what it's like behind the scenes until you are behind the scenes. And sometimes being up at the top sometimes is not a lot of, you get a lot of like crazy people to you. You get a lot of great people to you. But it was an amazing time at the end of the day. I don't regret one thing. We're all really good friends, I feel, and it's just, I love each and every one of them to death. But yeah, and then I helped them with the applications, like Jeff said in his video. Yes, I don't know if it was 3,000. It felt like for so many. I think I spent weeks at it. It was a lot of work, a lot of applications, but I really wanted to hit it on the head and go with it, because I wanted everyone to get into OCRP, and I didn't want anyone to wait anymore. And then, things went from there. I started really going with my content on YouTube, started really going with those RPing. I have met so many great friends, so many great people that it's hard to name them all because I'd be here forever. I am so glad I joined OCRP. In the next 4 months, you'll still see me in OCRP. I ain't forever leaving. Will I be going to other places? Yes. As some of you know, I've already done Brain Dead RP. I am in Heavy RP Matt server, and I am in Paul's server, and I am in Pro Gamer Network. Will I join any others? I might dabble, figure out other places, but those are going to be my main ones, I feel. It's going to be a fun ride afterwards. I don't plan on stopping. I don't plan on stopping this RP train. I don't plan on stopping at all. More so because that I love doing it. I love giving you guys content. I love RPing with everyone. I just love having fun. I love making other people's happy. And I don't think I will ever stop. Even when GTA 6 comes out, we'll be RPing there as well. And won't stop until it probably Rockstar says to stop. But yeah, I just mainly want to do this video. I think at the end, and I promise not to cry. Yeah, I think I just did at the end. It's gonna be great. It is. Hopefully everyone sticks around afterwards, but I understand that some people are diehard OCRP fans. They made a blood pact, they made some rituals and stuff. You may not watch me after OCRP is all done. That's completely fine. Much hugs, much love to everyone who ends up staying, or anyone who leaves. That's completely fine. I think at the last bit of the video, I just want to do just thank you to all the members of OCRP. You guys were amazing. Love each and every one of you. Hope to see you guys after the 4 months and whatever you all go to. Thank you to Jeff. Thank you to Bugs, Ryan, Bradley, for being amazing admins along with me. You guys are amazing. Thanks for making OCRP the amazing place it is. Thank you to all who have watched all OCRP, the fans who have watched every single content creator. You guys are amazing as well. It'll be a fun ride these 4 months. It'll be great. Maybe I'll do a video of I'll do a compilation of all the best moments of OCRP. That's gonna be a lot because I have a lot of it. Over 300 videos of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much thanks for all the memories. Thanks for all the good times. Much hugs, much love, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.